Hey guys, this is Angie. I was wanting to go live and talk to you guys about expectation versus reality. So I didn't announce that I was going live. I'm not going to wait too long to see if anybody pops on. It's just thoughts that I've been having over the last couple of weeks, and I just decided I would share with you and see if it would give any of you guys any value or help you in any way. So, hi Deidre, thanks for hopping on. 2 weeks ago, I went to New Orleans for a fitness convention. And it was, hi Robin, hi Trisha, thanks for hopping on. It was fantastic. I had so much fun. And the fitness convention was about 15 to 20,000 health and fitness coaches in New Orleans, and we learned things about programming and and we worked out together, learned new programs and new things that are coming out to help people to be healthier. And it was just wonderful. But I had certain expectations of going down there. And one of them was we went to New Orleans. Hi, guys. Thanks for the love. I love the little hearts. That's awesome. I've never been to New Orleans before, and I love jazz music. I was a trumpet player in high school. I played in the jazz band. Love jazz music. Hi, Emily. And so I had this vision in my head of what New Orleans was going to be like. Now, truth to be told, I didn't have a lot of time. We got down there, and when I go to are you a prep? I don't know what you mean, Dennis. So anyway, where was I at? Oh, we didn't have a lot of time. I didn't get to go down early and spend extra time during the touristy stuff. I went down for the convention. I made it down just in time. And when I pay for something like that, I go to the events. I don't skip things and do the touristy stuff. But I did find a little bit of time, and it was late at night, 10 o'clock at night. And what's open at 10 o'clock at night in New Orleans is Bourbon Street, right? So I have heard about Bourbon Street, and I thought, I'm going to go to Bourbon Street. Now, the funny thing is, if you know me, and you know me well, you'd be like, Angie, that's really crazy. Why would you even go there? But here's the thing. I have an amazing imagination. I have a great imagination, and I also Disneyfy everything. I'm 56 years old. I Disneyfy everything. So in my head, going to Bourbon Street in New Orleans was going to be all of these cool jazz clubs, and you're going to have the iron scroll work, and you're going to have the live jazz music. You're going to have the trumpet players and the saxophone players, clarinet, and you're going to have all of that stuff and these little bistro tables, and everybody's sitting around enjoying the live music. No. You guys all already knew that, right? Because it's called Bourbon Street for a reason. It was not the Disney version, and it was horrible. It was terrible. I found one place. I went with just one other person. We walked up one side of Bourbon Street. We crossed the street. We walked down the other side of Bourbon Street. We only entered one place. And it had the scrollwork gates, and it had the brick patio, and it had the live jazz band, and it had beignets in the back, and it was fantastic, but it was only one. And all of the rest of the places were liquor joints, right? Because that's what it is. And I was disappointed. I was super disappointed because I had built up in my head of really pretty architectural things and different stuff like that. The next day, I found that street, and that street was Royal Street, and it was awesome, and I had like 15 minutes to explore it. So, what I wanted, yes, don't go to Bourbon Street, Emily, just go to Royal Street, and then there was one that started with a C. Anyway, look up Saks Fifth Avenue and find Saks Fifth Avenue, and then go in those streets, because there was these really cool little shops that had beignets and had live stuff, and it was amazing. But like I said, I had like 15 minutes to go down that part. But what does this have to do with life? In life, we have certain expectations. We build things up. We get excited about things, and we think it's going to look one way, and then reality comes in. It's like me. Yes, definitely. I'll send you the name of the shop that has really cool beignets. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it was really a cute little shop, and they make them fresh. So everybody will tell you to go to Cafe Du Monde, which you can do because it's like a touristy thing, but they make like thousands of them. And the one that we were told to go to was you just make them fresh. And really, they're not all that worth it. Again, expectation versus reality. It's just a fried donut with sprinkled sugar on it. But when you go down there, you got to do it, right? But what does this have to do with life? Expectation versus reality. I had Disneyfied my expectations. I had vaulted it up to the ceilings, and it couldn't meet that expectation because that's not what it was. And in life, we're a lot like that. We decide to make a change. We decide that we are going to start working out. We decide we're going to change our eating. We decide we're going to go back to school for our college degree. We decide we're going to get a new job. We decide all of these things. And we build up expectations, and we Disneyfy our expectations, and we think it's all going to be butterflies and little hoppy bunnies, and everybody's going to be singing, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be easy. And that's not how it goes. How many yellow containers are in a beignet? Darren, I did not look. I did not want to know. I'm guessing it was like half to 2/3 of my calories for the day and my fat load for 3 days. Who knows? It was worth it for one night. So we Disneyfy everything. We think it's going to be super, super easy. But the reality is, when you decide to make a change, it's not going to be easy. Change is never easy because we get set in our ruts. We get set in our habits. It's our habits, right? And so I think for all of us, when we decide to do something different, if we decide to become an entrepreneur, if we decide to change our fitness level, to change our eating habits, we need to know that it's not going to be snap. I'm not going to go from eating Big Macs and 32-ounce Cokes, which, honest to goodness, that's what I used to eat even 2-3 years ago. Big Macs, 32-ounce Cokes, almost every single day. I'm not going to go from that to eating full-bore salads with peppers and let's see, what else was in my salad today? With spinach and peppers and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go from that in one day. It's not going to be a quick shift. Your taste buds need that time to adjust. And so when you're deciding to eat healthy, don't get mad at yourself and don't get disappointed if you are a fast food junkie like I was, and you think, oh my gosh, I failed. I've gone 2 weeks, and all of a sudden I failed, and I'm back to eating fast food. No, you pick yourself back up. You decide to do it again. It took me over 2 years. It is so true. Yeah, it took me over 2 years to give up pop because emotionally I wasn't ready to give it up. I was addicted to it, and I didn't want to give it up. Once I decided it wasn't worth it for my health, then that gave me the why. It gave me the reason to go through the hard stuff, to go through, and I didn't go through caffeine withdrawal too bad because I did step down processes. I didn't quit cold turkey. But the thing is, if you're going back to school, it's going to be hard as an adult because you have all sorts of other responsibilities. If you decide to become an entrepreneur, it's going to be hard. There's going to be challenges in your life. If you decide that you're going to start working out, you're going to be sore and you're going to have days when you don't want to do it, when it doesn't feel like it's working, when it doesn't feel like you're seeing results. But what I wanted to tell you is to push through that and push through those expectations. You don't have to change. Yes, we had pizza. And you ate good all day through. You know what? Okay, so I'm starting a blog. And this is another thing that's hard for me is learning how to be consistent and do different things. And I'm starting a blog that I'm going to be releasing soon. And so I'm naming the first post Big Macs, from Big Macs to broccoli, because that's my life. I'm eating broccoli now, which I never did. So today I went to McDonald's and I bought a Big Mac. And my daughter caught me on Snapchat and Snapchatted it. But I didn't eat it. I bought it so that I could take pictures and use it for my post. So I had all these pictures where you hold this big back. I actually did not take a bite. Win! Does that mean I never cheat? No. No, I'm not where I want to be necessarily, but I'm so much better than I used to be. But that's the thing. You have to be persistent. You have to pick yourself up. You have to keep going. You have to work on that discipline. That's a big word in my life this last year. Discipline. Doing it even when you don't feel like it. So these are just thoughts that have been kind of rocking around in my head for the last 2 weeks. And I thought I would share with you and give you guys some encouragement that whatever you've been thinking of doing, whatever you have been maybe pushing aside, maybe you had certain expectations and you started something and you failed. Start back up. I want to encourage you to just pick it back up, push through it, and once you hit the reality of it, and you know that it's going to be hard, I think that almost makes it easier. Once you realize it's going to be hard, like going back to the Bourbon Street thing, once I got there and saw what it was, saw the reality, I didn't care. I could check mark it off my list. Been there, done that. The Disney expectation was gone. We walked up one side, down the other. I left. I'm glad I went, because if I had never gone, I'd still have that Disney version in my head. If you've ever been, you know that that's so not true. So if you've ever tried something and you hit that brick wall of reality, you hit that brick wall of it is so not what you thought, maybe you need to decide, is this really what you still want to do? Or maybe you decide, this is what I want to do, but now I know the reality is it's going to be harder. It's going to require commitment. It's going to require me to do something that I had not considered before. So I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you've gotten something from that. And if you are ever in New Orleans, it's not the Disney version. I'll just tell you that. Okay, have a great night, guys. Bye. I'll talk to you later.